I belong to an online photography forum where people can send in pictures and get feedback from other photographers. And that's a useful way that some of us stay sharp and learn to improve our skills. Now, one of the usual members of the house put up a photograph and invited some comment on it. And a couple of people gave suggestions about how, well, it was a model in a dress sitting on a staircase, but the photograph wasn't lit properly, and so because of that, the model's dress was much brighter than her face, which was not supposed to be, because this was a beauty shot. So her face was the key element that was supposed to be lit. And then people came up with useful suggestions about how in Photoshop he could make her face more bright and make her face the center of attention in the photo. Now, I and a couple of other members were of the opinion that in the future he actually should light the photograph properly, and that would help him. That would make his job easier when it comes to post-production and editing on the computer. Now, why am I sharing this with you today? It's because of the advances that we have in technology. A lot of people don't realize that by ignoring the fundamentals, they're costing themselves time. They're costing themselves time in the long run, and they're also causing the quality of their deliverables to drop. Let me give another example. There's a friend of mine who is involved in securities regulation, and the department that she works in sometimes is involved in giving an opinion about accounts and things like that. Now, this friend of mine has a legal background, but she has recently become interested in corporate finance and things like that. And so she's taken a keen interest in that and has started learning, not just professionally, but also on a personal level about these sorts of things. Now, other people in the department who don't have the interest and who don't have the knowledge have to rely on Excel spreadsheets to try and interpret the accounts. So they just punch in the keys and then it gives them the ratios and things like that, and then they just follow whatever the Excel sheet says blindly. Now, this friend of mine, because of the interest that she has and because she's able to understand the fundamentals, whenever the Excel sheet throws up something that looks sketchy or could be wrong, she now knows that she needs to check the source document because one of the inputs there is not correct. And the reason why she can do that is because she's interested in knowing what the basics are, what the fundamentals are, and so she knows her stuff. And so because of that, she's able to save time. Because she can find out an error before they communicate back. To the other party, and if the other party sees any deficiencies in it, then they have to write back. So basically, it cuts out a lot of time because she can pick out issues instantly on the fly. And then the quality of the deliverables, the quality of what it is that she does, her reports, her findings, things like that, goes up, while for the rest of the members it goes down. So this is not just a problem that is facing photographers, but facing lots of people because of the easy way outs and the shortcuts that technology gives us. So whether you're a photographer or whether you work in the banking sector or whatever it is you do, even if you're a carpenter, having a knowledge of the fundamentals and knowing the basics is going to save you time in the long run, and is going to up the quality of what it is that you deliver, and it's going to put you in better standing with your customers, with your clients, and with your superiors.